Hello Hanji Kid, now what's up people, back with another video, and today we're previewing Bromley FC versus Ipswich Town in the Carabao Cup. Before we get into anything though, you know we got to do the shout outs. Massive shout outs to Angel Care Homes, to Mark Darcy, and of course the Desi Ballers. Their details are in the description, so make sure you check them out. And like we say each and every video, you know we're trying to grow the channel. So if you haven't already, make sure you smash the like button on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you ain't already. I mean, why haven't you? You're watching it. It's literally free. Click subscribe. Turn the notifications on so you know when the next video is dropping. And of course, leave your thoughts in the comments, man. I like to see, especially the opposition fans, but as Town fans as well, I like to see everyone's got their own opinions and all the rest of it. So it's good to see different thoughts and all the rest of it, man. So big up all you legends that already do engage with the channel. And of course, big up the legends that donate through the Ko-Fi. The Ko-Fi helps grow the channel in terms of buying more kits, software, all the rest of it. You know, we're trying to grow this channel as big as possible. So yeah, man, you can support as well. And yeah, man, let's get to it then. So Town are playing Bromley FC for the first time. Well, first competitive game. We may have played him in a friendly. But it's the first time we're playing each other in a competitive fixture. And there's a couple of familiar faces in that current Town squad. Can you tell me which two players in the current Ipswich Town squad have played for Bromley? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, it's going to be a game where, to be honest, although I've predicted, and we'll get onto score predictions in a bit, I've predicted, a favourable win. Surprise, surprise. I think it's going to be a tough game that it's not going to be easy to go from the beginning. And here's why. So Bromley FC, this is their second season. Last season was their first season in the Football League. I think they finished 11th, so quite a good finish considering it's their first season. And the man, if you know non-league, you've heard of Michael Cheek. Like, the cheek of him. He bags. So he scores goals left, right, centre. I think I'm right in saying he's had about 250 appearances for Bromley, and he scored about 110, 115 goals. So the return is ridiculous. And last season was his first season in the Football League, I believe, obviously with Bromley. He only got bloody golden boot, didn't he? So his League 2 top goal scorer, I think it was 25 goals in the end. But yeah, he can bag. And Bromley themselves, they've had their two fixtures already in the league. So they've played Shrewsbury away, who I guess are the bigger team in the league, being relegated from League One and that. So they played Shrewsbury away, they drew 0-0. And then they made a slight change on the weekend when they played Barnet. So they were at home in Bromley, they played Barnet. Kieran Slicker made a good save in that, but unfortunately he did concede 2 goals. Michael Cheek was on the goal scorer. He was the first goal scorer. I think it was a corner, or it was either a corner or free kick that come across, and he just loses his man. So he's at the far post, loses his man, comes across and slams it home. Good goal from there. And then their second goal late on, might have been injury time. Is it Mbamba or something like that? He come off the bench. Literally, I think he was only on the pitch for about 5 minutes, and then he scored. And ball's held up in the middle, played across. He's got the legs, he's got the power. Beats, holds off the defender and slots it home, really. So, yeah, man, 2-0. Again, I only saw the highlights, and I had a friend who was at the game anyway, who was watching the game, and obviously they said the midfield, they like to dominate. So if we look at their formation, so like the formation they played, it's in the same formation, it appears to be anyway, and they go with the 3 at the back, 3-4-3, and that 4... Sometimes that 3 then becomes a 5 when they're defending, but they overcrowd that midfield, and that seems to work for them and all the rest of it. That's a concern for me because our midfield on Friday against Birmingham, let's be honest, was second best. So that's a concern. And I know you can say, look, Birmingham were top League One. They're back where they are now. Obviously, they're a championship team anyway, at least. But listen, anything can happen in football, man. So they're at their gaff. From what I've heard, when the atmosphere gets going, it's, the fans are right on you and all the rest of it. So it's going to be tough. And for Town, we've got to, similar to Birmingham, we had to weather the storm a bit, but we've just got to show up, man. Like, we've got to make some chances. We've got to kind of get at them as well. And in terms of lineups and all the rest of it, I'm not too sure if Bromley will rest too many players because of the quick turnaround from Saturday. But, and I don't want to sound like big headed or disrespectful or whatever, but this is probably going to be one of their bigger games of the season. I'm sure, judging by last season's form and, the form of Michael Cheek and all the rest of it, I'm sure they'll probably be pushing for playoffs this season. They're certainly seventh at the moment, I think. I know it's early on. But this is probably going to be one of their bigger games of the season. So you think all their kind of first teamers will want to play and all the rest of it. If I look at them as a team, as a unit, again, I don't know too much about them. So if there are Bromley fans watching and can give me a bit more insight, great. But, we talked about it with Birmingham, momentum. They've had a good season last season and the season before that. I think was it in the playoffs they won. They won penalties in the playoffs to come up from the National League to League Two and all the rest of it. So they've had a journey in that, and they've had a good season. The momentum's there. It's early on. Yes, you can say momentum dies out, but the momentum's with them at the moment. Whereas us, it was like we were, on a downwards trajectory. Obviously, got relegated. I think the Hurst goal at that point is a massive, like it's football is about mentality. You got to be mentality monsters, and I think that goal in the last thing that adds that extra belief and all the rest of it. That never say die. That keep right until the very end, like it was written all over the stands. But I just think that's going to be massive. So that belief is more. Had we lost on Friday, then you know what? I wouldn't put it past Bromley to do a cup upset. I mean, we'll come on to score prediction in a minute, but obviously, surprise, surprise, no guesses what I'm saying. So in terms of lineups, I'm going for a more or less rotated 11. Obviously, I would have liked to have rested Ogbene, but then I think he needs a bit of match sharpness, and we don't know the state on Philogene. I think if he's fit, maybe he'll come off and for Ogbene at some point. And then obviously Ashley Young. McKenna did say on Friday after the game that the reason Ashley Young didn't start was because he'd only been there about 10 days or whatever. So hopefully this is another game that, he can play maybe the first half or a third or the 2/3 or whatever. But then who do you slot in at left back for Ashley Young? Do you bring on Elkin? Because I'd like to see Elkin Baggott come off at some point as well. We've seen Humphreys play there as well. Could McKenna coach Humphreys into becoming a world-class left back? So there are those options, kind of a bit unorthodox or whatever, but we don't really have a kind of out-and-out left back or whatever. So I think that's where we're going to be looking to strengthen and get someone in this window. I'd like to see, like I said, not just Elkin come off the bench, but I'd like to see Finn Barbrook. He's done quite well over pre-season. I remember seeing him last season as well, and he was breaking into. Did he get any injury? Did that set him back? Because he featured in a few squads and all the rest of it, and he's always been on the peripheral of the first team, and a lot of the first team players have talked quite highly of him. So it'd be good to see him maybe come on in the middle at some point, and hopefully he gets a good loan move and gets some regular football this season. But yeah, that'll be good to see. And then up top, Ali Al-Hamadi, who would be returning. And yes, Ali Al-Hamadi is one of the current town players that used to play for Bromley. The other one, Luke Wolfenden. So hopefully both of them make their return and start against Bromley. Hopefully it's a win as well. But yeah, both of them used to play for Bromley. But yeah, that would be my 11. So in terms of score predictions then, and that's something we're doing this season. So we're doing a score prediction table. So myself, Saj, Jonathan, Mark and Isaac. Every game we're predicting the score, and end of the season we'll see who's got the most correct. The way we're doing points, you can play along as well. If you want to get involved, let me know. But the way we're doing it is you get 1 point if you predict the correct result, and you get 3 points if you predict the correct score. At the moment, as you can see, I was the only one that predicted the draw against Brom, so I'm at the top. And we're not getting into goal difference. It's just done in alphabetical order after that point. So in terms of the game against Bromley, we've all gone for wins. As you can see, this is all our score predictions up here. And I have gone big. And I think, like I said, I think that 95th minute goal, that would do a hell of a lot for the squad, the mentality and all the rest of it. So And I think if Chaplin plays as well, he's got that. He's one of those leaders. We're missing leaders and all the rest of it. We're quite low on leaders and leadership. But Ashley Young being there, obviously Dara's got that armband, and I think Chaplin is a big leader as well. So him on the pitch could influence things. And I think it'll be quite a good affair, man. So that's my score. I'm going 4-1 Town. And yeah, man, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'm not gonna lie, is it cheeky to get a picture with Michael Cheek? He's like a non-league legend, man. So yeah, man, I might have to try and get a picture with him, man. But yeah, man, I'll catch you all tomorrow. See you later, peeps.